Well, hello there my friends, and welcome back to the Scott Reed Project. And what a cool start to this video. That music gets the blood pumping. Right, what you get if you cross a game bird, in this instant pheasant, with a haggis, you get a flying Scotsman. Hey, clever, isn't it? Play on words. So what we're going to be doing then is we are going to stuff a pheasant with some haggis. We're going to make a lovely little pheasant parcel. We are going to roast it off and obviously serve it with the traditional Neeps and Tatties and a whiskey sauce. This is a Robbie Burns special. Right, let's get and do this. So first of all then, we want to be making these pheasant parcels. Obviously, I would really like to do this with grouse. Grouse, synonymous with Scotland, with the haggis, I think would be a brilliant idea. You know, it's the idea I've got in my head, but I'm well aware that there's not much grouse around this time of year. Obviously, the season started on the 12th, they stop about November. You may get the odd one or two with a game dealer with a bit of luck. Phone them up, use your local game dealers, the butchers, they might have some in the freezer. If not, like me, use pheasant. There's still loads of these about. You should get a pheasant, no problem. And it'll work just as well. So what I've got then is these beautiful pheasant crowns. I've got these off a hen bird. All I've done is pluck them. These are from my main man coops. Absolutely stunning. I've been cooking and preparing game for a long time, and these are just some of the best. Absolutely perfect. And just look at the fat on those. Beautiful. Like I said, the crown on the bone. All I've done is pluck them, cut down each side of the leg, put my hand under the breast, pretty much ripped it off, and there we have those. Obviously the stuffing, haggis, I do love the McSween ones. I think they're fantastic. And then the bacon to wrap around our parcel. So what we'll do then is we'll get these prepared. They don't take very long, very simple. You can do this. And then we'll get these in the oven and then get our Neeps and Tatties on the go and make up a whiskey sauce and then serve it up. It's going to be beautiful. So what we need to do then is, if we were boning out the whole bird, we want to try and keep these in one piece. We just gently go down the one side. As you may know, there is not a lot of fat on these pheasants. So we want to be careful as we're going over that breastbone. But you know, you're going to get a few holes in it. You might have some holes in it anyway. This is proper wild game. This is not farmed. It hasn't been knocked over the head. This has actually been shot. But saying that, these are two of the best ones I've seen. Hardly a shot on them, apart from here, there, but in the hole, perfect. So, just tracing down the carcass then, and take our time, loosening it off as per usual until we get to the end of that breastbone. Now, like I said, if you do get a hole in it, don't worry, you know, we can patch it up with a bit of bacon. It's not going to affect the finished article, you know. See if I can pull that off. And there we have it. One boned out double breast of pheasant. Now I'm just going to trim it up. Trim any bits of funk off that I don't want. And that is what we're looking for. There's the tenderloins. Beautiful. So I will quickly nip through that other one. Okay, so there we have our two beautiful boneless double pheasant breasts. Fantastic. Next, we want our haggis. This will go down well, won't it? A haggis on a British board. Change my knife. Now, haggis I absolutely love. I have made haggis before. I have actually got a video which I will put down in the comments. As you may or may not know, this is already cooked. If you wanted to, really wanted to, you could eat a bit now. Tastes amazing. So, I can get this wrapper off. I'm going to cut a couple of rounds. Let's have a look at that in there. It is absolutely beautiful. And if you've never had haggis, if you've tried faggots, no sniggering over there in the US, it just is good. Now I just want to mould these so I can put it into my pheasant breasts. So I'm just going to manipulate that then. I want it in the middle. I'm going to fold it over and just gently make a parcel. As you can see, I'm surrounding underneath. There's one. This one's a little bit smaller, so I might just take a bit off there. And then in the middle, again, wrap it round and manipulate it into a beautiful ball. Look at that. Fantastic. Next then, we will get our streaky bacon. I'm going to put one over and join it underneath, and then one the other way, and then not the best streaky. I'm going to flatten that out, and I'm going to put one round the edge. So repeat with this one. So as you see then, I've encased it all the way round with my poultry bands. I'm going to go one across and then one diagonally, taking in that bacon so it stays round the edge, and that is that one done. Now this bacon, this streaky, obviously it's quite wide. If you can get a thinner piece, by all means do, but these actually are looking pretty cool. And there you have your flying Scotsman, your stuffed, well, your haggis stuffed pheasant, ready to go in the oven. I think we'll give it a couple of them. Hey, I would actually serve them with them. I would actually roast them off and take them to the table like that. Right then, we'll get these in the oven and we'll get making the traditional Neeps and Tatties. Okay then, my wonderful flying Scotsman. As you can see, I've got my whiskey ready for the whiskey sauce. Next we want to do the Neeps and Tatties. Neeps and Tatties. What are they? Tatties? They're potato. Potato, taters, tatties. Easy, innit? You say potato, I say tater. Tatties. Man, I should do one of those translation audio cassettes. So that's just our potato then. Got it cubed. And then our neeps. Neeps are, believe it or not, Swede. In Scotland, these are known as turnips. I think they're yellow turnips. Down south, as Sassenachs, as South Southerners, we know this as Swede. As in, you're doing my Swede. I could be on EastEnders, do you know what I'm saying? You're doing my Swede. So again, I've got them diced. So what I need to do then is in separate pans, bring those up to the boil, let them simmer, and we want them cooked until we can mash them. But in the meantime then, these two beauties will go into a oven, gas mark 4, if you look up there for the conversion, for, to start with, 20 minutes. And then we'll get the thermometer out and check them out. Hopefully, in the meantime, our Neeps and Tatties will be ready. Then we can knock up that whiskey sauce. Hey, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay then, we're 20 minutes into cooking the pheasant parcels, those flying Scotsmans. It's reading an internal temperature of 40, so I want to give it about another 15 minutes. In the meantime, I've made my mashed potato, the tatties, I'm keeping that warm. just boil those down. I've passed them through a ricer, plenty of butter, some milk, some salt and pepper. Next we're on to our neeps. Same principle, through the ricer. So I passed them through the ricer, not for the faint-hearted. Plenty of butter. Going Joel Robuchon style here. Get plenty of butter in. These neeps or Swedes, they've got a lovely peppery taste, but we will add some more pepper. This butter, some milk, plenty of salt. This is proper rib sticking fodder. Ideal for Burns night. And if you haven't got a ricer, don't worry, just use a potato masher or drink a bottle of whiskey and use the empty bottle to beat the bejesus out of it. So, I'm going to get this back on the heat. Just want to show you plenty of butter, a little bit of milk, and then get it back on the heat and stir that. And if you get a few lumps in your Swede, don't matter. I think it adds a bit of texture. And I will keep that warm until the pheasants are done. But in the meantime, we'll make the whiskey sauce. Yeah, baby. Right, these have been in 35 minutes. I want to check the internal temperature. I want them about 60, 65, because obviously they will still cook with the residual heat, which is perfect. 62, 63, beautiful. We'll just check this bigger one. So I just realised you couldn't see the thermometer. There you go, 63. And it's just gently dialing down and slowing down. Absolutely perfect. There you go, 63.4. Right, tent them. Let's do the whiskey sauce, baby. The whiskey sauce. Whiskey into the pan. Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. We're going to flame it and get some heat in it. All we want to do is burn off the alcohol. Let's see how this goes up. Just like that. Look at that, man. I love that. Love a bit of flambe action. Be very careful. So into the flambéed whiskey, some double cream. I'm just going to take the heat out now. And then I'm going to add, as if it needs any introduction, look at the size of that bad boy. It's about the size of my head. So I just want to bring it up to a very gentle simmer. And this is the powdered stuff, so I'm just going to go with a little teaspoon. I must be immune to this stuff. Another teaspoon. Keeping an eye on it, we don't want it to boil over. Another teaspoon. Whisk worth. Get the lumps out, and then the juice of half a lemon. Let's get that in. We shall get some salt in, some pepper, some white pepper. If you want to be fussy so you don't get the flecks. And that is a very simple whiskey sauce. What you can do, just add a bit of neat whiskey in there just to pep it up. Oh man, that's good. And I want to just keep that warm now, and we will put this all together. Ooh. Okay then, you beautiful people, let's build this. Now I'm building it in this ring. It won't hold up in here because I've used lots of milk and cream, but I do want to kind of keep the base pretty much together. So let's build this. And while I'm building this, listen to that great poem, Address to a Haggis by Robert Burns.
Fair fire on a sonsy face, great chieftain o' the puddin' race. Aboon them all, ye tak your place, painch, tripe or therm. Weel are ye worthy o' a grace, as lang's my erm. The groaning trencher, there ye fill. Your hurdy's like a distant hill. Your pin would help to mend a mill in time o' need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife, see, rustic labour dicht, and cut you up wi' ready slicht, trenching your gushing entrails bricht like ony ditch, and then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive, deal tack the hindmast on they drive, till all their wheel swalt kites belive are bent like drums. Then auld good man mayst like to rive. Bethank it, hums. Ye powers, wha mak mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants nae skinking ware that jaups and luggies. But if ye wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis.
Well, there you have it. Excuse the presentation. I think that last piece of pheasant on there was a bit of overkill. But hey ho, that's the way we roll. Let's try it. Oh man. It is just superb. Oh Lord. Well, there you have it. What can I say about that? It's absolutely superb. The SRP Flying Scotsman. My haggis stuffed pheasant wrapped in bacon with Neeps and Tatties and a whiskey sauce. Absolutely brilliant. Well, a real corking dish that, especially for Burns night. Absolutely brilliant. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen here today on the Scott Reed Project, please click subscribe. Come on, guys and girls, click that button. There's loads more in my back catalogue and tons more to come. Also find me on my social media, my Facebook, the Scott Reed Project. Go on there, click like, follow, and you can see what I get up to regularly, daily. I'm up to all kinds, man, so you don't want to miss it. And also on my Twitter, at Scott Reed Project. So until next time then, Burns night, get your whiskey on, get your Flying Scotsman on. Job is a good un. All the best. Oh, I've just remembered. Remember the feathers? I was going to put them in the parcel on the plate. I guess it's a bit late now. Never mind.